Are you running a business or are you growing a business? I believe there's a difference. I believe you can combine them. Most businesses don't. And we're going to talk about scaling the right way on purpose under pressure next. Well, welcome back. My name is Brian, and this is Purpose Under Pressure. It's a podcast about developing sales and leadership success on purpose and under pressure. It's brought to you by the professional sales and leadership training team at Sandler by the Ruby Group. You'll find them in Akron and in Columbus, Ohio. They're in Jacksonville, Florida. They're in Capital Region, New York. They do their work on purpose so that you and your team can represent that way, so that you can do business that way, so that you can make deals that way, so that you can hire that way, so that you can fire that way. The things that need to be done to grow your business, to scale, to become the kind of business you're trying to build has to be done on purpose, has to have a plan, and it has to be rolled out that way. The whole team needs to understand what the plan and what the purpose is and how it's going to get done. Maybe you need a little help with that because it can get out of control. It's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So I urge you to go ahead and connect with Sandler by the Ruby Group. You'll find them online at therubygroup.sandler.com. The Ruby Group, master the pressure, lead with purpose, and deliver with results. So let's get cooking. I just mentioned we're going to talk about scaling a business and growing a business and running a business. And I want to do that under this idea. Whether it's controversial or not, I don't know. It's inarguable to me. But here goes. Running a business and growing a business are two different things. Whether you believe in that or not, I don't know, but I'll make my case here. I think that most of us go into business to run a business and then realize that we're actually growing it instead. Sound familiar? Purpose under pressure is what we're talking about here. We start something on purpose. We have a business strategy, who we're going to serve, how we're going to serve them, what matters most at the end of the day. The customer satisfaction level has got to be huge. We work hard. We're going to have a little something extra to take home at the end of the day to spend with your family and your wife. And we start to grow because of those values, because of all those things that you put into place. It works and you start to grow. And one customer becomes two. Right? You just doubled your business. 2 customers becomes 3. 3 customers each make a referral. See what happened here? All of a sudden, without even trying, the business you are running is a business you are growing. It's purpose under pressure. You're trying to build a business, but you're now under pressure. So what do you do about it? Well, you're on purpose to help more people. So you want to take on those new customers, right? And so you hire more people. Seems logical. You want to have some more time to spend with your husband or your wife. You don't want to work all the time, right? Now you've got employees. So you're probably going to have to hire an accountant to help with payroll. So you sign over complete control of the books to her. And she says your employee benefits package is eating you out of house and home and you need some tax shelters. And so she puts together a growth plan that shows a big new office with potential to grow beyond your wildest dreams. Why? So that you can afford to hire more people, enough people to make even more money, to pay for all the employee benefits, and maybe to give you a little leftover at the end of the day to take home to your wife. Holy crap, the wife. We forgot all about why we built the business in the first place. What happened? Go back to the beginning. What happened to the values, the purpose of why you wanted to start the business? You gave them up. I didn't say you violated them. You didn't do anything wrong. They're still part of the company. They're still part of the company that you're running. They're just not part of your growth plan. You left them behind. See what I mean? Running a business and growing a business are two different things. But I think you can treat them the same if you're on purpose with everything that you do. If you bring that purpose with you, if you bring those values with you in everything that you do. For example, take Elon Musk. Take him or leave him. But you take him, the world's first trillionaire. Did not start his business so that he becomes the world's first trillionaire. He didn't start his business to get rich at all. His purpose, the reason he started his business, is to take mankind to Mars. To Mars. Everything that he signs his name to, everything that he does is with that express purpose in mind. Who he hires has to be on point. What he builds, the businesses he opens, they have to be part of that plan. Who he deals with has to play some role in getting him closer to his dream and getting us closer to Mars. And if he realizes he's deviated from that purpose at all along the way, maybe he opened up another business somewhere that was meant to do it, but it kind of deviated, didn't quite work out, he will shut that business down on a dime. He'll fire the people that he's hired, like it or not. He'll change direction because he wasn't on purpose to get us closer to Mars. And you say what you want about Elon Musk. I don't care. We're closer to getting to Mars with him than anyone ever dreamed we could be. Way closer than we ever were. For every story like that, there's a million stories about business people who take every customer they can take for whatever reason they want to take them, for every job that a dollar will bring, with the sole intent of growth at all costs. No purpose involved. Let's just grow. We've seen those businesses come and go. Every once in a while, one gets lucky. They grow and they build and they hire and they spend and they hire some more, and maybe they sell and retire millionaires, and that's all well and good. Good for you. But we're no closer to Mars because of it. It's not a purpose. I think you can run a business and grow a business well, but I think the values that you run the business with must, capital letters, must drive the ways and the decisions you make along the way as you grow. Scale for the sake of scale is just an upside down pyramid. I'm going to grow this way, and pretty soon it's toppling over on top of me. But scale for the sake of purpose, right? Starting here, building around, growing to serve more of the people that you want to serve in the way that you want to serve them, for the reasons that you want to delight them, so that others can participate in your dream, so that others can live the dreams of their own. That's scaling on purpose. This past week, I'll end with this story. This past week here in Ashland, Ohio, where we live, we have a balloon fest, and it's a festival, community event, a bunch of hot air balloons, and they all blow up, and they're beautiful to look at. But I want you to realize something. Those balloons were made with one purpose in mind. They do one job. A hot air balloon isn't made for anything but what it was made for. Under immense pressure, air pressure, gravity, weight, size, they expand and they grow and they begin to rise and they fly high up into the air against all odds, right? It's just air. And they need that pressure to grow. They need that pressure to rise. That's what they were built for. It's purpose under pressure defined. And I hope that your business runs the same way it grows, like that hot air balloon. Don't misunderstand my analogy here. I don't mean you're full of hot air. I mean on purpose and under pressure. Ken Guest of Sandler by the Ruby Group will join me later this week on the show. I asked him to talk about the things that we're talking about here, businesses and sales leaders focusing on what they can focus on to scale their business well and on purpose so that they don't crash and burn. And I hope you'll join us for that. You'll find all episodes of Purpose Under Pressure at brianmediastrategies.com/podcast and wherever you stream your favorite shows. It's brought to you by the Ruby Group. Master the pressure, lead with purpose, and deliver results. So until next time, no matter how high the pressure, stay on